let me give you a little trivia here for you guys that might like to know. Uchi means inner. Mata does not mean thigh. The word momo means thigh, okay? Like, big deal, but it's true. I'm a geek on this stuff, so bear with me. Mata means like the middle of something, like the fork in the road, the branch in the tree, okay? It also means crotch, all right? So instead of, when Jiro Kano, who was a highly educated man, he didn't want to call it the inner crotch throw, all right? I called it inner thigh throw. So politically correct, it's inner thigh. But we know, you get him between his crotch, but you're not really being that mean. What we're going to do is catch his leg on this one. Tonight, there are two basic styles. There's one where you lift him over your hip and throw him over your hip. Very clean, classic throw. Great throw. But this is a good one, the leg style, when somebody's kind of bent over. And you see this a lot today. And it'll look almost like he's throwing him over his hip. Derrick will do this. But you're doing it kind of to the side. Okay, one of our guys who does this quite well, we were just talking about, is Kelvin Nicely. He's thrown a lot of good guys with this for Ippon, with the judo. So, and it's also used in sambo and anything else. But you could, if you're a BJJ guy, you want to learn this too, because they bend over a lot. So Aric's going to be bending over. And Derrick, now remember, whatever grip you use, you want to control with your elbows. So he's using this. In this particular case, he's getting a good back grip here, okay? Like Nick, I know, where's Nick? Nick, you like up here more of a sleeve grip. You might play with that, but remember when you do that, you're going to have to lift your elbow up. See how you lift and drive with your elbow. But it is better if you can get around the side and control the back of the shoulder here. And the other arm, he's either just grabbing his arm, it could be it had his lapel, but generally by having this type of thing, we talked about earlier about looping a belt over him, that type of thing. Look, he's got a hand here, he's got a hand here. So he's got a hand on the right shoulder and part of the body, and he's got his left hand on a low sleeve grip. He's got, kind of a longer grip, okay? So this works really well for this type of attack, so this type of Uchi Mata, because often you have a lot of space between you and your opponent. Notice how he's all bent over at the hips. He thinks he's safe, and this is, a fallacy on his part, actually. Now, to set this up, Derrick wants to sugar foot. He wants his foot meeting his right foot meeting his opponent's left foot. Because what he's going to do, he's going to come in an angle, and when he comes in, he's going to sweep and he's going to catch the inner thigh right about here when he comes in. So just watch him do it, and okay, just go ahead and toss him once. So everybody see that? Comes in, and it looks like this classic Uchi Mata, like it's great. But it looks like he was jumping for him. It wasn't. This really works. Step in, good. Now you see, Derrick made a point. He stepped across the body, but look what he did with his toe. He stepped out so he had a good base. Step out. See that? Okay. That's from his time training with Jim Bregman. Yeah, that's a Jim Bregman thing there. Thank you, Jim, by the way.
Thank you very much, Jim.
So watch how he does that. He steps. See that? And watch him lift. Well, he was being nice. You've been too nice to him. Watch him step. You see how he slides that in? It's a side step. He doesn't expect to go sideways and get tossed. Earlier we were drilling on those side grips and drills. This is why I'm leading into this. So watch how he sugar foot's here. Now watch with that left foot when he steps across. See that? Now his hips are almost in position. Now he's ready to just shoot and lift. And as you notice what he did with his right foot, he pointed his toe, and his toe was up, almost like a ballet dancer, all right? He didn't need to roll. He could roll over on him, Makakomi, or wind him through, but he likes his partner, okay, in this particular. But you could if you had to, okay? In this case, he wants to go with an arm lock, yeah. You might have to roll over and finish through too. It depends on the situation. It's a very competitive situation, whatever. But notice the grip. He beats him at the grip. He beats him at the posture. Now look he's bent over. He thinks he's safe. Look at his posture. Is he bent over? No. He's flexed, but his back is straight. He's leading with his hips. Now look at that foot. And when he steps across, see how his foot was already in place? It's what I've heard called a one-step Uchi Mata. Okay, it's a one-step Uchi Mata, and that's what it looks like. Okay, so aren't you glad Mike's not here and you get to do all this? Yeah, lucky you. Yeah. All right, you want to try that? So it's a side Uchi Mata, and that's what it is with a leg style. Okay, we'll work on it. So Derrick, we've got an Uchi Mata here where you spin in, and you're spinning in with the like the hin area, the twisting throw. Okay, just come on in and run us through it. And there you finish it. So you're doing the twisting throwing technique, and you add that at the very last second. You don't make it a big move at first. We were talking about this.
It's like the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae.
Yeah, it's the cherry that adds a little flavor. In this case, adds a little more power into the throw, too.
Right. And you'll notice when he comes over, I'm rolling on top of him, not on top of myself.
Correct. So you haven't initiated this. This isn't like a classic Uchi Mata attack.
No, not like
you're coming. Yeah, you're not coming into that leg first. You're spinning in. And like the spinning throw, okay, the twisting throw, and at the very last second when you're grabbing the leg and you come in, add that Uchi Mata. But we also want to stress here that an element of control you want to keep is when you turn, your right hand is grabbing his leg. So I'm going to come over here across the crash pad. So when you're coming in, you're still grabbing there. See that hand is still there. Okay. Now as you twist, at the very last second, that's where you add your Uchi Mata. In fact, you did a little early there, just to show for the camera. I understand. Yeah, you've really got to go fast with it. There you go. So that's that Hinari twisting action, throwing action, Hinari Nagi as we called it. But there you add the Uchi Mata with it. It's almost hard to catch on the camera because it's so fast.
Yeah.
Which is good.
I'll see if I can slow it down a little bit.
There you go. When you do, you tend to not have that full momentum. You actually have to point that toe, and your leg is bent.
Right.
You don't want it bent. You want it nice and straight when you sweep. Well, just keep doing a few of them. We'll catch it on camera here. There you go. I'll come with a different angle. So it's that twisting throw we've been doing earlier tonight, and now we're just adding. There you go. You can see how the Uchi Mata addition, that inner thigh, is coming across there. Now that is that's an Uchi Mata from hell. That is quite nice. And and that could even salvage it if he kind of cuts and tries to bag out of it or so on.
Right.
That movement, that extra at the very last second, that thigh sweep, catches it and adds
to
a more element of power, actually, a little more ballistic effort into it. So, yeah, so keep doing it a few times. Let's have fun, and I'll video so everybody can see here. And it's your right leg that's sweeping. And the right leg, just this classic Uchi Mata type thing in that case at the very last second. So, but notice how he's left arm spin under, grab with his right arm, and Uchi Mata. So he grabs Aric's right leg, or grabs his leg with his right hand as he spins under, and he uses his right leg to sweep with the Uchi Mata too. As you can see, there's the Uchi Mata right there. So it's the twisting throw with Uchi Mata addition. It's a very, very good Uchi Mata. Very, very nice Uchi Mata. And I'm wondering, for those in the crowd who might be watching the YouTube tonight, IJF people who are not allowed to grab the leg, we grab the legs, we're fine with that. But if you didn't grab that leg and just did the twist,
you can still do it.
And just add the Uchi Mata in. Let's see how that might work.
So,
come under.
Catch with my elbow.
Yep, catch. So your right elbow is now just trapping there.
Yep. Okay. Got the grip. Roll through.
There you go. And I think you have to rely on momentum to catch that through. Can you do that one more time without the? Now we prefer the leg grab. I think it adds a layer of control we like. But if IJF doesn't allow that for the judo people, come on in. There you go. And there's the Uchi Mata. So it's just a really good throw, and it's a very, very odd combination of Uchi. It's really a great way to end up in Uchi Mata for the guy. But that twisting action, that twisting throw is a really cool throw. One more time because it's so much fun to do. And again, I'm not the guy getting thrown, but poor Aric is. There's the Uchi Mata. So there we have it. Thanks a lot, guys. Okay, so what we're working on now is kind of a wizard-style Uchi Mata. It's a one-handed Uchi Mata, but just watch Derrick here. He's going to overhook. He catches a whizzer. So you can see that overhook there. Got that? Okay. Now, watch what he does. He posts his hands and does an Uchi Mata, and he rolls it through. And it looks like Mike's jumping for him. Mike's not jumping for him. Mike's getting thrown. Overhook, come in there, and you end up right on top And that is an Uchi Mata from a Whizzer style. And again, it's an adapted Sambo move, because we have a Sambo move there where we do the rolling knee bar. Show that rolling knee bar then, Derrick. We have that. You can see that. This is a variation of that. It's an Uchi Mata inner thigh throw by grabbing there and catching the roll and coming on top. So we wanted to show this very quickly here because we were training on it, and Greg Humphrey's here, and we think a lot of Sambo when Greg's here, and do a lot of Sambo when Greg Humphrey's training with us in the gym, and there we have it. So overhook, come and catch, and there we have it. Nice Uchi Mata, and you roll. When you roll, show how you rolled with your shoulder there one more time. When you come in there, and when he does this, he dives in. Now watch, see his right hand is overhooked. He rolls over that right shoulder and makes Mike fall forward.
The shoulder and take a roll.
Yeah.
Basically like.
There you go. And that's the movement you'll use to throw the guy. And your body momentum and the leg sweep with the Uchi Mata does it. So there we have it. Nice little Whizzer style one-armed Uchi Mata. We were talking about how doing this rolling, it could be like in Sambo rolling knee bar, but it's really kind of an Uchi Mata if you were just doing judo. Of course, this wouldn't be allowed in the IJF, the International Judo Federation, because they don't allow leg grabs, but we can do this certainly in freestyle judo, AAU judo, or submission grappling, or let's say you're doing this in Sambo or any type of jiu-jitsu, you just don't want it to go for the knee bar. Do the one where you show the knee bar first, where we've been working on lately. So when we come in and we roll in, boom, and you can see how he finishes with a nice straight knee bar. Okay, we do that quite a bit. Let's do this one where Mike would just come in and he chooses not to do the knee lock. He's going to come right over the top. Now as he does, I'm going to switch around here, guys. As he comes into a side control position, a Munigatami. But look what he's doing. He's tied him up so nice and tight. Okay, now from here, he just keeps wrapping him up. He holds him for his time. He starts coming over, and he finishes with a really nice juji coming around, just around the clock, okay? Just around the world there. Let's look at it again. He comes in as Uchi Mata, rolls him, hops over, and he just keeps training, keep turning around, and he finishes out. Mike, do you have anything you want to add to that? Just tell us what you're doing when you're coming into this.
Well, we were just talking about doing a no-gi for MMA. I was talking about just isolating the shoulder from a tie-up. Just really suck it in. You can do it with no-gi. Just gradually transition. If you can, pin the arm. If not, just suck those knees in real tight. So
and I think no matter whether you gi or no gi, you're pinning that arm. You've really got him tied up well.
So then I just really like to work tight to isolate this arm and just slowly climb up. I like to use my foot to keep their arm trapped back here, shove their head through, spin out.
Nice finish to really around the world toward the top there, you know. Show how you come on and really trap that knee, because I think no matter what fighting sport you're doing, or whether it's a fist fight or anything, see how you come up, kick over, see how he's trapping, and look, boom, with the left knee, traps. Everybody see that? Now look, you know, Eric's stuck. Life sucks for him down there.